Well, I decided for this very moment I'd come back on again just to kind of show a few more steps. We're going to carve a little more into these little sea lines here, and there's apparently a place where a little extra work shall come along, and I do think there's probably a little line in here that one time or another, the last time around when we were drawing in the lines, we probably left out here or there. So we gotta kind of find where that, wherever I laid that pencil down as far as where it goes, and just to kind of see a little work come in. And oh, I tell you, probably turned on the video too soon. Just and I'd say, well, at least I found something of one, but there was a little line we forgot to draw on to make out for its front little fin. So I say little work shall make its way down, make us so we all see how it's gonna go in life for us, and how we work along all the little things we do. I do believe there's probably a place or two here where some things may not work out as good as what we hoped for, so we're gonna kind of make the best lines we can in the best places we can, just to try to make it so it's all gonna work out somewhat a little bit better to go and make itself to this, I say. And this little time that we come around, I would say we're going to try to go along the front of the belly, in front of the front fin. So try to make that little bitty little cut in there, and try to show a little sign of what we know, what we want, what we do. And I say it's going to work out for the better for us. See a little grace and patience and understanding coming this way to us, and seeing how we just make a world so better and bright. I say, to one thing I say that this work shall do, it shall make us all see a little better things coming in our ways, better things coming in our lives. See how it goes, see what it does, and all things I say, like the time when the work shall make its way down, it shall find its truth to last within us. Oh, the times in our lives we suffer away, see things a little better, the way they're going to turn out, the way they're just going to be. I say, oh, a little work shall come in. Oh, brighten our world. Make us all see little better things that come about us in our lives. I say a little time and effort and work shall make its way along to us, and I tell y'all, all this stuff to accomplish in life, it makes its way to us, I say. And coming along here, we're getting along the chest of the sea line the best we can do it now, make it so it's all gonna come out the best way it needs to be. And so, as a matter of fact, it's all just going to shine little bright lights into us, make us so we're going to see all the better ways that this shall come, that this shall go. I say, brighten our paths in life. Make us all see little things the way they're going to need to be and how they're going to go. I say, brighten sheriffs, brighten days, brighten nights. Oh, I'll tell you all my days in life, all the days of my life, I say. Now I finally got a little work done into him, and there's this other one we got here. I'm going to take the same little steps into this one as well, try to make it so we're going to rock it right in, take it to where it's going to show a little bright light in us to see future days and future times, and oh, all the work that comes within us, I say. Make us all see how bright the future can really be. Oh, the work is coming this way, make its way to us, and we see a little brightness in our lives and touch the hearts of those who are always all around us, you know. I say, a little grace is bound in us, a little grace is worked in us. I say all things, I say it all good. A little time, a little work put into what we do, and we see a lot of good grace come out of it. All the accomplishments we need in our lives, they're right here in our work. They kind of come and make us all see how bright the days are going to be when we get all done and do what we do, to see how great a little light in us is, and how grace is so good, how grace is just so good to us. I say, a little work time, it always does all a little good. I love carving these creatures, and sometimes I feel like the more different types of creatures I can carve, the more different options I can give people, and some creatures may not be as much of people's interest as others will be, but it's one of those things in life where I believe it's all about being yourself, you know, and so it's one of those things where in life there's lots of people you can't make happy. You can't make everyone happy that you come across, and there's probably going to be things of which it's going to be harder to carve enough to kind of keep enough of an industry going with it, but there are popular things out there, popular things that mean a lot, and that's what's been in some of the works that I've done over many years, and shown how a little grace can conquer a little more of what we do. A little work shall brighten our days and our ways, and see how a little grace shall bound in us. got the work done this far here. We're probably going to do a little extra to kind of make out how it is up closer to the top of this sea line. And the work is going to time us and make us all see a little better for who we are and what we do for all we are. There's some times when there's going to be little work to come along. I say we also can kind of take a little V-gouge, and there are certain little cuts we can make. Like right here, you see how we got the little fins now, and gonna try to put a little more work down into that. And so that's what it's all going to come down to being. Make it so the work is going to work its way down to us. I say it's going to be the brighter days of America. Well, you know, sometimes I say it's hard to get much attention online for all you do and what you do. But that's when it all comes down to the fact that there are things where you gotta be yourself most of all. That be the thing that just matters the most. Sometimes I tell you, when I come online, you'll probably tell I'm not one of the friendliest all the time, and probably in my most relaxed states I can be, depending on where I am and what I'm doing. But I'd say one thing for sure, you know, people tell me what a special talent it takes to be able to carve the way I do, and they say the same about when they see me sew and all the little work that comes a long way in the business, you see. I say this is just the way it comes. This is how it's going to go. This is just what it all is going to be. And see how we all make it down to what we all have a way of seeing in life. And so, as for the little sea lion, I pray, make it all come down and see a little better ways of work in us and in what we do. I say, bless us all indeed. I say, all the things that make our lives so special in each of us. Each of us has a life that's unique in its own way, and that's how it all comes down to being. Seeing the things that we all want to see at the right time and the right place. Get a little time put into this work, and so it all is just going to be brightening the days of many folks around us, seeing the days when we know our lives will change, and so we all work together to make things what they're going to be. And that's how it is going to end for us as we go through life, trying to take care of things the best way we know how to do it. And so this little work of mine is going to be fine and dandy as it can be. And now, got little cuts to make along these edges. And so, this is how we're going to come out with little fins. sometimes I tell y'all there can be a little frustration in life when you kind of do a little special work. People don't recognize it for what it is. They tell you it doesn't look like this, it looks like this, and it all just comes down to where they don't always realize what your work is all about or what you're worth, and so it's just making its way down to that. Now you see, I have gotten little fins on the sea lion's body, and so you can see how I'm coming along. I will mention that in between videos I did have to chip the ears a little bit to make them a little smaller on the sides, but they're still going to show a little bit, still going to be there. And so I think that just to try to not make the video so long, I think I'm going to cut it right here, give it a moment or two to upload, and then be back on again to share a little more. Goodbye.